Hi everyone, my name is Ronald Denisio and I am the Virtual Content Specialist for 7th grade Social Studies. In this student-facing video, we will go over the learning activities in Unit 3, Day 4, The Great Compromise. I will model how to complete the independent work slides and we will cover skills that can be used in lots of different lessons in Social Studies class. We will explore the early actions of the new government to establish itself. Specifically, this lesson explores the Great Compromise that led to the original states agreeing to a structure for the representative government. You can see here that our lesson objective says students compare and contrast the New Jersey plan and the Virginia plan, analyzing census data in order to understand the importance of the Great Compromise for American democracy. It will be helpful to review information about the Constitutional Convention. The Constitutional Convention took place between May 25th through September 17th, 1787 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the purpose was to revise the Articles of Confederation to address the problems with governing the United States. Representative democracy is a system in which citizens elect officials to represent them in the decision-making process. Direct democracy is a system in which citizens vote and enact policies and reforms directly without representatives. During the Constitutional Convention, there was a disagreement between the more populous states and the less populous states over the number of representatives each state would have in the national government's legislature. A compromise was needed. Using the information from the previous slide, consider the following questions. What concerns might smaller states have about their representation in a new government? How might larger states hope to be represented? It might be helpful to pause this video and record your thinking in the space provided or in your notebook. Now we will compare and contrast the Virginia plan and the New Jersey plan. I will model how to complete the compare and contrast graphic organizer. And as we go through the graphic organizer together, try and focus on the differences and major advantages of each plan. The first thing I'm going to do is preview the graphic organizer. I notice that we have the Virginia plan only on the left-hand side, both Virginia and New Jersey plan in the middle, and the New Jersey plan only on the right-hand side. When I look at both of these plans, I notice that we have the Virginia plan on the left and the New Jersey plan on the right, and that both plans have 3 rows, including branches, legislature, and other powers. Since we are comparing and contrasting, I'm going to read from left to right and then pause after each row to record my thoughts. The Virginia plan has 3 branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. The legislature was more powerful as it chose people to serve in the executive and judicial branches. The New Jersey plan also had 3 branches: the legislative, executive, and judicial. The legislature appoints people to serve in the executive branch, and the executive branch selects the justices of the Supreme Court. The first similarity I notice is that both plans have 3 branches of government. In the Virginia plan, the legislature was more powerful. In the New Jersey plan, one difference I notice is that the executive branch selects justices of the Supreme Court. I'll pause now to record my thinking in the graphic organizer. Now that I have my thoughts visible in my graphic organizer, I'll move on to the next row. The legislature of the Virginia plan includes 2 houses, bicameral. The House of Representatives was elected by the people, and the Senate was elected by the state legislatures. Both were represented proportionally, meaning the number of representatives was determined by the size of the state's population. Under the New Jersey plan, the legislature included 1 house, or unicameral, and states would be represented equally, so all states had the same power. So there's a few differences here between the Virginia plan legislature and the New Jersey plan legislature that I want to highlight. The Virginia plan has 2 houses, while the New Jersey plan has 1 house. Under the Virginia plan, the House is elected by the people, the Senate is elected by state legislatures, and both houses were represented proportionally. Under the New Jersey plan, states are represented equally. So I'll pause the video here and I'll make my thinking visible in my graphic organizer. And as I do that, read the other powers column and see if there's any other similarities and differences you can come up for the Virginia plan and the New Jersey plan. As you can see here, I have completed my compare and contrast graphic organizer looking at the Virginia plan and the New Jersey plan. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video series where we look at the 1790 census data as well as the Great Compromise.